Alright, so today we're going to take a look at a really cool tool called Storyjumper. Now Storyjumper is an amazing product that lets you make your own stories very simply online. So let me show you how to get started over here. We're going to go over here to the Create button, and this is actually similar to some of the tools we've covered in the past like My Story Maker and Picture Book Maker. But there's a couple of differences here and I think it's really interesting. So what we're going to do is show you over here you could start from scratch by making a custom book, or if you choose, you could choose one of the templates down here. Templates give you some different backgrounds and some preloaded content. So they have things that range from map builders, costumes, magic and myths, a bunch of different things. But as I said, I'm going to stick with custom so we can show you how it works from scratch. Click on the Create button and we're ready to start. This is the editor. So the page editor is very simple and very easy to use. If I want to click over here where it says book cover, dedication, I get those two pages. And very simply I could just type in a title. I'm going to say Monsters and by me. Change the background color real quick, make it a little more monstery. There we go. And let's get started. So I click on page 1 over here in this timeline, and you'll notice I have all these different props over here on the left hand side. There's props, and on the bottom there's scenes, photos, and text. So let's start working with this. Notice there's a preset list of props that come in over here, but if I click on more props, I get this screen where I can actually select through different themes over here, or a random selection that you can thumb through. You can also search for things over here as well. So I'm going to go over here to Monsters, because that's what the name of my story is, and I have some really neat things that I want to add. So I have a mummy, I'm just going to click on him and he'll be added to my gallery. I have a ghost, click on that, werewolf, so far so good. So I'm going to say done for now. Alright, notice those things have been added to my props list. What I'd like to do is first set the scene. So I'm going to go over here where it says scenes, and you'll see I have all different sorts of scenes. If I click on more scenes, just like with props, I can choose different locations. There are lots of different ones to choose from. And again, they're set up by different themes. They're oriented that way. So I can click over here, click on a spooky night. I'm going to say done. But before I do, notice over here I can add my own scenes, photos. Really easy to do. You could take any picture you want, make sure you have Creative Commons rights or it's your own picture, and you could upload it to use with your story. I'm going to say done, choose my scary scene, and let's get back to the props. Okay, so clicking on props, I now can take the mummy and drag him where I want him, but he's really pretty small over there. So I'm going to click on the mummy once, and you'll notice that he gives me this whole bunch of editing crops and toolbars over here. So the lower right hand one lets me resize it. I can just click and drag him out to be pretty good sized. I can rotate him by clicking and holding and dragging around. I could also flip him, so on a horizontal flip. I can make him be copied, so let's say there's a bunch of mummies, and let's rotate this one so I'll make them look like they're all coming towards us. Do that one more time. And let's see. And I can also make one go to the front. So if I take this one and move it to the front, he now stands in front of the other one. And this one, I'm going to click on him and send him to the back. So now they're kind of in order that way. Okay, one more time. The X obviously deletes them. So I click over here to the second page. You'll notice it's selected with the orange border, and I can build a page over there. But what I want to do is first have these mummies either talk or have some text on there. So very simply, I'm going to go over to the bottom over here and press text. And I can choose from any number of these text boxes. For this particular scene, I think I'm going to start with this scroll over here. So I'm going to take the scroll, and I'm actually going to drag it to the other page. So let me click on here, take the scroll, position it, double click, and write I love my mummy. Alright, over here, notice you get a couple of tools. You can resize. You can actually make it a different font. You can make it a different color. So I'm going to make it over here red. And over here you can actually flip the text, or flip the bar rather. So I could flip the roll. You can also, again, move it to the back, move it to the front, or delete it. Really simple, and again, resizing it on the bottom right. So I have the first page over here. Now I can continue on and make as many pages as I want. The nice thing is over here, you have up to 16 pages, and you can even include a back cover, which is very neat. Now the way Storyjumper differs from some of the other tools we've covered is it allows you also to upload your own photos. So over here I clicked on Photos on the left, and I could bring in my own pictures to use as backgrounds or to use as characters or any other thing, which is really, really neat. So it's definitely a whole bunch of extra customization you can get. I'm going to go over here to save. It asks you to sign in, and it's a free sign in. Once you do that, you're allowed to embed this in other tools. So of course you get the link to the story. You can embed it in a website using the HTML code, or actually, if you go to their homepage, you'll notice a little bit about Storyjumper, that these books can actually be bought as a hard copy for $25. Now that might be cost prohibitive for the whole classroom to get, but it's a really great option. And it's nice to know that you can embed it and print it out too. This is a really amazing tool. It makes writing and reading lots of fun for lots of different kids. So give it a shot and check it out at storyjumper.com.